Such a serious intro for such a silly show.
We're serious.
Welcome, everybody, to Shattered Dungeons Presents Naturally Shattered. I am joined with an amazing cast of creatives joining me here. They all do a splendid job as we head into our I guess it would be second season for this crew, but technically first season for our new revamp reboot as we head into our new Shattered Dungeons Presents kind of format. Before we get too deep into things and start rolling with our story for this season, I'd like to take a minute and shine the spotlight on Juniper, who has a little something to say about another show that she takes part in. So I'm going to pass it over to Juniper.
Sure. Hi, I'm Juniper. I'm Linen and Spice, most places on the internet. On Saturdays, I am in a campaign called the Moonstone Matriarchy over on D and Denial's Twitch channel. And it's an all-female campaign, lots of shenanigans. It's a lot of fun. But equally shenanigans as well as deep, intense emotional moments. Like, I feel like we get a balance of both. It's a lot of fun. So come and join us on Saturdays, D and Denial's Twitch channel.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I highly recommend a lot of the shows that D and Denial does. They're super funny, super serious sometimes. Like Juniper was saying, there's some really hilarious moments, and then there's some deep emotional, like heartfelt stuff. They do a fantastic job over there. So definitely check that out. All right, who's ready to jump into a new season? We had our session 0 about a month ago. We kind of talked about new characters that join the fray and kind of what the old characters are doing. So if you'd like to get caught up on that and check out everything, you can head over to our YouTube. We have all of our old videos there, and lots of good times, lots of good fun. And you can hear what happened in the end of last season that brought us to this point. The fifth age of Erethe, known as the Shattering. Super brief recap is that the fun-loving Chip, I use that very sarcastically, released Lamkai itself, which began tearing apart Erethe and spreading evil and disease across the countryside, starting in the small town of Hester. Our players were knocked semi-unconscious, where they had kind of a dreamscape moment or a nightmarescape, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, where they met one of the, I don't want to call him a protagonist, but he's not really an antagonist either. But they met Nathaniel, the father of monsters, as he is called throughout Erethean history. But we are joining our players in the forest outside of Hester, making a speedy retreat with Dahara leading the charge. Dahara was the one who found everybody in the catacombs deep underground, in which Lamkai's prison was broken free. So that's where we pick up. Everybody is kind of hastily making their way through the forest right now. Snow has begun to lightly fall on the barren tree limbs as you all make your way. In which direction?
I think we'd probably be heading north. I believe Celeste has a feeling of that staff, and I'm assuming at this point would have mentioned that if we're moving along. And since I'm familiar with the area, kind of leading as we go through, kind of, staying in the areas that I know are usually a little bit safer.
Yeah, definitely. If we had a discussion before heading too far about where we'd be going, I would have brought up that kind of tug that was pulling me towards the next part of the staff for sure.
Okay. Anybody else have any input on this?
Seamus just turns into the wolf and like scoops up Tofu, does like the head down thing, and scoops up Tofu on her back.
That's Talia. Is that safe?
Absolutely. This is Seamus. He's a good boy.
That was
Red
all right.
Globe.
Well, I guess I have to trust you on this one.
It's comfy and cozy up here.
We've ridden Seamus before and it hasn't caused problems.
That still doesn't give me a whole lot of confidence.
I couldn't hold it. She was cracking up.
I'm sorry. She doesn't know what she said, but I can't ignore that. Sorry.
It was like instantaneously. It was awesome.
It's worth noting that even in giant winter wolf form, Seamus has a long red beard.
Yeah, that got made canon.
Well, I guess if this is our way of travel, we get moving.
Sure.
I'm gonna point in that direction. I'm like, onward!
On yours.
And we do have the saddles now, the triple seat saddle. That
My
we
saddle
had-
seems a little small for me.
Of course.
Don't worry,
It's basically a child shape.
you just snug right in, and that just means you can't fall out.
Can we just, Dahlia? Can we trade? This is a little too tight.
I guess so.
Thanks.
Wait,
I'll get in the middle then.
were you and Dahlia just debating about who's going to be in the driver's seat? Is that what's up?
I was in chips. It was too tight.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jennifer and I are passenger princesses.
100%.
Amos just feels like a nice rub on the head.
And since I'm
boy.
sitting in the middle, I'm gonna be like, it's the Dahlia sandwich time.
I've probably got my fingers tangled in the little bit of red beard that's kind of going out the side of Seamus, like as the wind blows. I've just got, not like reins, just kind of feeling the beard.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah, commercial. It's silky smooth.
somebody roll the windows up. So
You got to see your hair regimen. Your hair is so smooth.
so with Seamus acting as a mount of sorts, I will say that we'll cut the travel time down for heading north. The question is that I have for you all is are you taking the road or cutting through the forest itself?
What with my knowledge of the area and kind of an idea of what's going on, what would I expect anyone on the road at this point?
So probably not. Definitely not heading towards Hester. Rumors have definitely started to spread about what has happened. Mostly speculation. But anybody with half a brain knows that Hester has been kind of taken over by dark forces. So people are starting to kind of turn around, like they're not heading that direction anymore. And it definitely seems like from even the neighboring towns, people are starting to pack up and head out.
I think we should be fine on the roads. Most people around here aren't keen on adventure, and I gotta tell you, whatever you guys did, really, really noticeable.
We didn't do anything though. Wasn't our fault this time.
I'm not blaming you guys. Just saying, if you were where it happened, I'm guessing you're involved.
Seamus growls.
We
Give him a
saw
little
it
scratch on the
happen.
ear.
I don't know if that's being involved, but we did see it happen.
Whatever the case, it was noticeable. People around here talk. It's going to get around quick. I don't think anyone's going to be really focused on. Well, a wolf with a beard might be throwing people off a little bit, but I think we'll be fine if we just take the roads.
As we're passing people, like, you know how people in Hester were kind of being transformed into monstrous beings? Are we seeing any evidence of that as we travel, or are there just literally no people around?
Go ahead and give me a potency check.
Sure.
So you're just gonna roll your D100 and add any amount of potency up to your maximum.
What's the likelihood that we're going to fight anything soon?
Potency is like every round regens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get. Can I just put 100 potency in then?
Sure.
And just like, let's do that.
Yeah, you can put any amount in there that you would like.
Okay. For a total of 194.
Is that all? Okay, so what you notice is that like kind of looking over your shoulder, checking out like things behind you, things of that nature. You can actually kind of see in the distance, like the darkness is spreading and you're ahead of it. So the people that you're encountering are, they haven't changed yet, if that makes sense. It seems to be that kind of thing where the darkness has to touch them first. But you can see like animals are flying up from the trees as it creeps through. I say creep. It's moving at a pretty good pace.
Are we outpacing it? Like, are we leaving faster than it's traveling?
On Seamus, yes.
Okay.
That's brick boy.
We better keep moving fast. The shadow's not too far behind us. We are faster than it, but I really don't want to know what happens if it touches us.
Oh, I can tell you. It's not good.
Chat, while they're discussing, can I get a D100 roll from you? Exclamation point D100 will give us a roll. There is a timer on it, so if your roll doesn't come in, if somebody beats you to it, you might have to wait a little bit for the cooldown. But I'll use any rolls that pop up.
I don't like this as a player. Just making that very clear.
I see Blind Demon had typed it in, but it didn't pop up. I wonder why that is.
It should work. I have Nightbot open.
Yeah, that's weird.
Seamus Wolf is just going.
So
Yeah, command's still there. I wonder if. And Nightbot is mod. Try the command again?
I'm testing as well. Just ignore mine if the results come up. Nope.
Dun dun dun. Well, I have to
Can we
see if
chat to just do it like manually and then type their answer in or something like that?
yeah, that's probably what we'll have to do until tech support can figure out what's going on with the D100 thing, with the Nightbot thing. But so yeah, Seamus, as you're running along, huffing and puffing, like you can gradually see like your breath coming out in puffs as it gets colder. But yeah, you all are definitely outpacing the darkness as of right now. Seamus, how much stamina do you have?
Good question. 70 stamina right now.
Okay, 70 stamina, not bad, not bad. So you're going to be able to keep this pace for at least a couple of hours before you become too exhausted to keep this up.
Once Seamus starts to get a little exhausted or seem a little exhausted, I'm gonna cast Valor, which will give him 20 additional health, potency, and stamina for 3 turns.
Ooh,
And
all
I'll
right.
probably just every 3 turns continually cast that.
I like that. I like it.
Nice.
Cool. Oh, hey, it's working now. Blind Demon rolled an 11. Thank you for that. So y'all are trucking along. You are gonna reach. Let me ask this, because there's kind of 2 ways you could go. If you go directly north, following the road, you're gonna get to the town of Wintrier. If you get about halfway there and then veer off towards the northeast, sorry, you'll head towards the town of Gatewatch. Now, the pole of the staff piece is actually to the northwest. It's at the top of a very, very, very high mountain. So the question I have for you is, do you go all the way to Wintrier and then head directly west towards Gatewatch? Or do you just kind of cut off the road through the forest and head towards Gatewatch?
I think
So,
if Celeste
So the-
is kind of being the compass, I think Dahara would have enough confidence in the area to move through the forest. So if Celeste is pointing, saying, "Hey, I'm feeling it this way," we could stop in a town if we want, but we can always just book it through the forest.
would we? No, we wouldn't really have brought much supplies with us.
I would have
in terms,
a bit.
okay.
Like I have a tent, I believe, and some other things where we could probably camp out if needed.
We still have our packs from whenever Dahlia had gotten some soap and perfume from Hester.
Ooh.
And then I would believe that one of us would have grabbed Chip's bag dropped on the way out, too. So that one we'd give to Dahara.
I'm pretty sure we
I
have
can
some-
only imagine what would be in Chip's bag.
I'm trying to think what would be in there.
It
Seven,
better be that gold that he took that he never told us about.
The gold, yeah.
I
It's like a-
honestly think the gold ended up in someone else's bag without them noticing.
I could see
So
that.
if you look in there for that bag, there's no gold in there.
So it's like a wet sponge, some random teeth, it's like
There's a lot of
necklace
dirt.
toes.
a lot of dirt, just handfuls of dirt.
Yeah.
It's like loose,
mean-
famous beard.
Even if you empty out the bag, you have a bag to hold stuff in. It's
I do have a backpack already, and looking at it, probably going, let's leave this for some stuff that you might not care too much about. Yeah, Dahar has been kind of living on his own for a bit now, so he's got some stuff.
Dahlia never leaves anything behind. She'll stuff it into her own bag.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Dahlia's a hoarder.
Mhm.
Like, I can use this later. All right, so Blind Demon rolled an 11. So, Celeste, with your potency roll. I almost said perception. Your potency roll. Not only did you notice all that good stuff with the darkness and whatnot, something more specific that you noticed is going faster than the darkness, but not quite as fast as you. You notice that there is some sort of like humanoid shadow that keeps ducking between trees as it's getting closer and closer to you.
In terms of how we're sitting, who's closest to me, Dahara or Dahlia on Seamus's back here?
Me, I'm in the middle, so I'm just like do 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 do.
In that case, I just kind of like tap on your shoulder and whisper real quiet. Do you see that shadow over there?
There's a shadow everywhere.
Yeah, but I feel like this one's following us. I don't like it.
In what direction?
I'll try pointing it out, but without being super obvious about it.
You're like, over there. To Dahlia goes to look. You're like, no, don't stare.
Yo.
I'll kind of like nudge Dahara and nudge Seamus, and I'll kind of like say as low as I can, like, Celeste saw something. We need to keep an eye out.
Saw
You
what?
see,
Seamus just keeps running.
Seamus's ears just go.
Like, even with Dahara asking saw what, like, Dahlia is just kind of stupid about everything. She's like, oh.
It was I guess with my potency roll, I'd be able to have a fairly accurate description of the thing. Like, it was a humanoid shadow. I think it was kind of ducking between the trees and following us, but not quite as fast as us, but it was still faster than the shadow behind us.
Interesting. I mean, anything that got caught up by that shadow is done for. So if it's faster than the shadow, I'm guessing it's running from it, which is a good sign. I mean, we just keep going. If it catches up to us, we figure out what to do then.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye out.
How do you see it?
With my eyes?
Well, like, how did you know it was there if it's ducking through and...
You know that feeling when you feel like someone's watching you? I just kind of got this prickle at the back of my neck.
I look back at Dahlia. I go, yeah, I know that feeling.
Yep. You know what? I think I'm gonna grab myself a handful of the mocklet crab cakes I have left, just a little bit, and I'm gonna toss it in that direction.
All right.
Food away.
Oh, it went bad by now. It's gotten cold. It's fine.
Feed it to the wolf. He's
Like,
not gonna care.
Cattle troughs.
Yeah. So the chocolate egg that is like a large Cadbury cream egg. This is more for chat who may not have heard that episode. This large, probably softball sized Cadbury cream egg hits the ground, splits open, and a very old and kind of rotted blue soft-shelled crab kind of rolls out of it on the ground.
Okay, you were right. I could smell that from here. That is horrible.
And we probably shouldn't feed it to Seamus either, because chocolate and wolves and dogs I don't think go very well together, and we don't want to make him sick.
Does that work with like a werewolf? I don't even know what he is.
I don't know.
Hear me?
Actually, that's really interesting. I don't know.
Does he understand
Yeah.
me right now?
Yeah. he understands. Isn't that right, Seamus? And I'm like touching behind his ear.
Love it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, buddy. Just kind of rubs his head.
So what was the decision? I'm sorry, which direction are we heading?
Through the forest, I think we're cutting across.
Okay. Heading straight towards Gatewatch. Perfect. Now it's going to take about 2 hours to get there. Seamus, with the help of Dahara and his spell casting, you're going to be just fine. No need to worry about that. So what would you all like to talk about for 2 hours?
What happened to you, Dahara?
Just, well, I mean, you know, I got raped, and I'm here. That's really what matters.
How did we go from reap to here?
We got time to talk about that later. I'm, like I said, I'm just glad you're okay. I'm pissed that they chose you, but at least we
But
ended
not
up together.
surprised. Yeah.
It's it is what it is. But it sounds like you got some good people around you here, minus the one that did this or whoever that was. So
I'm sure he didn't. I don't know. He was.
yeah, what happened with you
He was
guys?
a good buddy. Well, we got into a shipwreck, and all those swimming lessons, and then I put like air quotes around lessons.
Yeah,
when
you
you
were
like
not
kept
good.
throwing me into the lake and stuff.
It worked. You finally
worked.
swam.
I'm here. We survived the waters, and we've been trying to help each other since then. Celeste here and Seamus, they were also on the reaping ship.
Okay.
How do you two know each other?
Well, we grew up together. Just always been in each other's lives. I can't think of a time that we weren't, side by side, until recently. But yeah, I always kept an eye out on Dahlia, making sure stayed out of trouble, and for the most part, I thought I was pretty good.
Really, he pulled me out of trouble rather than staying out of trouble. But
sometimes I threw you into.
yeah, like that time where you had me steal the pie off of Miss Honey's windowsill, and then you yelled so that she caught me.
I told her you were doing that before, right? Like I had told her before I asked you to do it. You were getting what?
I couldn't resist that gooseberry duck pie.
I don't know why you like that. That thing is disgusting.
It's so delicious.
That the egg thing you threw, I'm a little concerned about your diet at this point.
I kept everybody fed. Look, Seamus is nice and got a nice happy belly.
He's a wolf.
He's not always a wolf.
So Celeste, what about you? What's your story?
Well, I got raped, just like everyone else here. And yeah, we were in the shipwreck. We kind of found each other on the beach and made our way to Hester together. And I guess we kind of made friends with each other along the way. I didn't know any of these fine people beforehand.
I wouldn't call Dahlia fine, but yeah.
I'm the finest you'll ever know.
I know, that's not a good thing for me. Well, I gotta thank both of you for keeping an eye on her and keeping her safe.
Well, we've all kept an eye on each other. And I'm really glad you two found each other again. It sounds like you're really important to each other.
Me too, and I'll kind of reach back to give Dahlia like a half hug type thing.
I'm all happy.
And I'll
Oh.
also trinket out that she had on her, kind of show it to her, be like, catch you again.
Dang it.
All right. Is everyone going to keep their dream information to themselves, or would we like to talk about that?
I guess we have 2 hours to kill, hey? So I would imagine it would come up over 2 hours.
I don't
Surely.
automatically offer the information right away because I'm in my happy place right now with literally surrounded by people I care about. So not exactly you call it a dream state. Not exactly a nightmare that I just want to dredge up real quick.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think Celeste will bring it up. If there's like a lull in conversation, Celeste will, go off in her thoughts for a bit and then we'll bring it up. Did anyone else have like a weird dream kind of thing just after the thing with Chip happened?
I'm guessing the wolf's trying to say something.
That's Seamus's way of saying yes.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of did. I experienced something.
Because I had this really strange dream where it was almost like somebody was in my head in like an ideal future almost. It was kind of like I was the headmistress of let's put it this way. I was in a position of power and I'd done stuff to help people, and then this weird guy came to talk to me. Like we would know of Nathaniel, right? From just like general knowledge.
Yep.
I don't know if this is actually real or not, but Nathaniel came to talk to me, and
Neil? Oh, I saw him in mine.
Seamus, did you as well?
Yeah.
Calm down.
Apparently so.
Do you think it was really him?
What did Neil say to you?
Well, he said he could make everything true. That that all of the stuff, like the dream. He said he could make it real.
Oh boy, he better not make mine real. I did not like it at all. If mine became real,
What was yours?
I don't. He put me in a place where it was just there was nothing there, and I was all alone, and I kept calling out for everybody, and nobody answered. I didn't find anybody, and it felt like I was all alone for like eternity, and I was so hungry too.
Well, when you woke up,
oh, that's not good.
you weren't alone, so it didn't work.
But if that's supposed to be the future that he makes true, I don't want that.
I'm not leaving your side again.
I'm gonna hug Dahara much tighter.
Dahara checks his pockets.
Dang it. Flip it back in.
I mean, I said no to him, right? Because I think he wanted like me to swear fealty to his master or something like that. And that the master would give me power, but I said no because, I mean, I don't know who this guy was, really. I don't know. It felt wrong. I didn't like it.
He mentioned the same thing to me, but he didn't say who the master was.
Same.
Did he tell you who the master was, Seamus? Did he offer you to say?
Oh.
I feel so bad that Mike can't actually
Side note,
really
I
participate
really
in
hate
this.
that I have to keep doing this.
It's so good though.
Tofu's wolf speak at that point is like, I didn't catch that one.
I don't know
Or
about you
Dahlia's
guys,
wolf speak.
but I need to kind of dip behind a tree real quick. Maybe we could give Seamus a little bit of a break here.
Okay.
Checking the shadows. Do we have enough time? Like it's not going to catch up to us anytime super soon or anything. We can have a rest.
Let me see. Okay. So what I'm going to do to include Mike in the conversation, or Seamus in the conversation, is as you all are charging through the forest, heading to where you need to be, Seamus, you're only being able to respond in these, like, canine vocalizations. You're getting more and more frustrated with this, but you know that you can't change back. And, you're just in the form of a wolf. You're still Seamus. And you're like, why can't you all understand me? Just hear what I'm thinking. Just hear me. And in that moment, all of your passengers hear Seamus's voice in your mind say, hear me.
What's serendipitous magic?
Wait, say something else.
You heard that too?
Oh.
Yeah, Seamus, say something.
Good boy.
Something else.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's definitely him.
Wow, that's so cool.
Oh, this will make this a bit easier.
You all can hear me now.
Yeah.
Guess so.
Oh, whoa, you guys can hear that voice too. I thought it was one of my other voices in my head.
I'm
going to get those under control.
I'm going to try something which is probably not going to work, but I'm just going to think really hard at Seamus. Can you hear me too if I do this?
Why are you so loud?
What's with her, Dahlia?
And I'll think at Dahara, like, what am I going to think at you? I think we can talk without talking.
Do I hear that as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, this isn't good.
No, get out of there.
What do I hear from Dahlia?
Dial-up noises.
I was going to say the Cisco whole music.
Yep.
Out loud.
I'm still loading.
Out loud, I would say, there was a point in my life where I had silence, and I kind of miss it now.
I'm gonna be like, ha ha, I'm in your head.
Just keep it down, at least.
On a practical level, this might be really handy if we, need to sneak somewhere or need to go undetected. That's to everyone.
As long as it works, then. We don't know what caused it.
Is this your magic, Celeste?
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything.
Wait.
I wish I could take credit for this, but no.
Dahlia?
No, not me. I don't do magic. You know that. Maybe you finally strained hard enough.
My head does hurt.
Oh, and
Give some
I give
pats.
Seamus some pats.
That's nice.
So like as a wolf, does that feel good?
It's hard to explain,
Do you want me to stop?
but it's fine.
All right.
I get that it's coming from a good place.
All right, I'll take it.
Uh,
Now that we can hear you, what were you trying to say earlier, Seamus?
I don't remember the questions.
The dream.
Do you know who the master is? Did Neil tell you?
No. Just that to have what he showed me, I would have to make a promise to his master. And I didn't like the last time somebody tried to promise something to us. So I said no.
Probably a good idea.
Sounds like we all said no.
I didn't even get a
Yeah.
chance. I might have said yes.
So you didn't have a strange dream?
No, I was just kind of hanging out, next to my tent. Saw everything blow up. Thought it would be interesting to see what was going on. And as I came running to you guys, those creatures, those abominations, just tried to take them out of their misery as I went along until I got to that source. There you all were. That makes sense though, because Dahlia, when you woke up, you were telling me that you didn't want to be alone. So that must have happened in moments.
It felt like forever.
Strong magic will do that.
It felt like a lifetime.
So what does that mean if Neil had visited the three of us? Is it because of what Chip had done?
I think
I mean, I can't think of any other reason why the three of us in particular would have been targeted, aside from the fact that we were right there,
So what actually happened before this Chip character did whatever he did?
So, we had been doing a job for the blacksmith in town. We were going to fetch, I think it was a crest and some materials that he needed, and it was in this crypt. And we went and we fought some undead things, and we got the crest, and it was all fine. But then Chip kind of disappeared into this like secret room thing, and when we followed him, there was this big, I guess like a gyroscope, and it had these 3 rings with all different symbols on, like ancient languages and stuff, and
Do you
binding
know any of them?
spells.
Okay.
Like, well, yeah, I mean, one of the rings, I think it was the middle one, had binding spells, and Chip made this really weird speech and like kind of walked backwards into the thing and broke the gyroscope, like throwing his body inside it, and that was when everything kind of blew up, I think.
I mean,
Yeah, sounds about right.
a binding spell would make sense. It looks like something was released. Something
real
powerful.
bad. Yeah.
I don't get how he could have broke the binding spell by just physically. I'm no
I don't
expert.
know. Was Chip's body present when we woke up, or was he just like gone?
His body was in fact still present.
Okay.
there's a little bit
Like-
here, a little bit over here, some over there.
when I'm done with a character, I'm done with a character.
Right?
Man, you really scorched the earth, dude. I'm just saying.
Kind of resembled one of those like taffy pulling machines.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Poor
I'm
guy.
going back to Who Framed Roger Rabbit and the steamroller.
Oh, no.
Just a flat chip.
Yeah.
Would it be reasonable that Celeste, being kind of the studious type that she is, would it be reasonable that she would remember the speech that Chip and would be able to replicate that here? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were asking like why he did it or how. He said some really weird stuff right before it happened. It was something like 2,000 eyes sought the seal, 1,000 souls exchanged for the one. Your story has only begun. You are the tools chosen by Lamkai itself, handpicked to further our mission. Now I will show you my true purpose.
Lamkai?
Yeah.
Could Lamkai have been in that room? Sealed? I mean, so based on what I saw, would it make sense that Lamkai would be that darkness?
Yep.
I mean, those creatures were enveloped by something very dark, and Lamkai fits the bill.
What is Lamkai?
Shit.
It's an entity, but it sounds like maybe your pal Chip might have been. So basically, Lamkai would take over other beings and use them for its purpose. Sounds like Chip might have been, I guess, a tool to bring you three into that room. But why you three?
You don't think Nathaniel was trying to get us to swear fealty to Lamkai, do you?
I mean, I would assume that would be the case.
Oh,
unless there's something else in that room that was released and just so happened to impact Lamkai. I don't know. It's probably good you didn't say yes. I take back my comment earlier. I wouldn't have said yes. It's not something I would have done.
There is something about the three of us. I could tell they really wanted us to swear fealty. There's something that we have that they are afraid of.
Well,
It's friendship. No.
I was going to say
power of
nothing.
friendship, I abolish you. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. That was great.
Can you just do that voice the rest of the time?
Sure, I can do that if you want.
Oh my god! I immediately regret my decision.
No.
All right. And that's our show for this evening.
The best part is you tried to hide, the camera followed you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this no getting away from it?
No.
Camera's like, where are you going? Get back here.
So, okay. Well, I don't know if this helps any, but Neil talked to me about something being stolen. He wanted me to swear fealty to his master, but also steal like his family, he said, that were sealed inside some plate. I mean, I don't know how. Like, I like to eat off of plates, but he mentioned um, College of Caldeer or College of Kali or something like that. I don't know. Uh,
That,
some basement.
that that was the college that I was in charge of in my dream, or I was the like the mother. I was the mother of that college, the seat of Coladir. So maybe we're supposed to go there, or he
Or is
wanted
this
us to go
just
there.
a trick to get all three of you against each other in some way?
I don't know. If it was, I think he's failed.
Celeste, the staff, did you feel it pull you towards that direction?
Well, I can just, the pull that I feel is I think it's taking me towards the next piece of the stuff, but I don't think it's towards the College of Coladir. Is it right? It's different direction?
Yeah.
Yep.
College is to the east.
Did you see multiple places where it might be? Did it show you
No,
landscape?
just the one. Let me refer back to my notes. I think it was like a
It is.
snowy mountaintop that I saw.
Yep.
I think
That's correct. That is correct.
that'll
Yep.
do.
Okay.
But that was all I saw. It was just where the one piece is. But in the dream, the staff was complete. I don't
How
know.
many pieces do we have?
Oh, we have 4. Is it 7 total or 8 total? 7
7.
total?
Mm-hmm.
There are 3 more out there somewhere.
Did the
The 3
dream
of
tell
us.
you what happens when you have all of it?
Can you trust it?
No.
I mean, can you trust any of your dreams?
Oh, that's a real good question.
I mean, it sounds like this person wasn't that trustworthy to begin with, so
His intentions were not necessarily deceitful. He meant what he said.
Oh, Nahara, always suspicious of everybody again.
well, look where we are. It's not like we're here because we trust people and people do nice things.
There's
I
freaking
trusted
monsters
Celeste
coming
and
from the
Seamus,
dark.
and they do nice things.
Everyone gets lucky, One day it'll catch up. You always trust people. It'll get you. I'm not saying that you can't trust people. You just got to be cautious.
You'll be fine, Nahara. You'll still always have me.
I know.
Don't worry, I'm very cautious.
And actually, with that phrase, you all get to a point where you can see the town ahead, which is known as Gatewatch. It's a fairly small, small town. It's centered around a large gate that it allows access to everything beyond the wall of the Great Ka'a.
So they know me here, but I think with everything going on, they might be a little distracted. So we shouldn't run into any problems. We should be fine.
Wait, know you in a good way or a bad way? Because that sounds
It's,
kind of like a bad way.
You can't go backwards, right?
Okay, sounds good to me.
As you approach and get a little bit closer, you can see this massive wall that kind of blocks the mountain range behind it. The wall itself is probably 100 to 120 feet tall or so. Very, very thick and made out of heavy stone masonry. The gate that you are heading up to is like those huge double doors made out of oak. It takes up probably half of the wall's height, I would say. Standing out front of it are 2 guards, just 2 lonely guards. They're all dressed in like full plate mail and everything, but you notice what's kind of weird about them at this moment is they're not like standing at attention or anything like that. They're kind of like slouched over on their halberds, like almost asleep, it looks like.
Hello?
Please tell me that's in my head. Please tell me that's in my head. Please tell me that's in my head.
Hey!
Dahlia, sneak. Remember?
Oh, right. You said it was fine.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you just go around yelling. I'm
Have
gonna
the
like
guards
slow
reacted?
So you see the guard like very awkward. I say awkward. It's like, you know how like babies move? Like they can't really control their bodies fully yet. Like the guard kind of like slumps around a little bit and then waves kind of like a marionette.
Oh God.
They might be drunk. We might be okay.
There seems like there was a very popular song back in the 80s where they would dance like that.
Something's very wrong here.
And you
What?
haven't been around this town as much as I have. It might be okay.
Really? Gods get puppeted in this town? Like,
Okay, that's enough. Seamus just walks up to him and like takes the butt end of his axe and just pushes one real quick. Not like hit him, just like puts it on him and pushes him to see what happens.
So you shape changed back and dumped everybody?
Yeah, pretty much.
Gosh, does he always do this?
He gets a little ahead of himself sometimes.
A little warning would be nice.
Seamus, as you're walking up and you're getting ready to butt him, the guard is still waving, and you hear a voice from under his helmet say, "Hello, human fella, my fella human."
in your head, nope, 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 nope.
As you go to try and mentally project this nope, 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 it stays within your own mind.
Damn it.
I'm like rubbing my behind because I got dumped. And then I'm like walking up next to Seamus and I'm like, hi, I'm Dahlia. What's your name?
Hello, Dahlia. My name is James.
Nice to meet you, James. And who's your buddy?
This is how he points. This is Jim.
Hey guys, we just need to get through. Can you open the door for us?
Can you weekend at Bernie's your way that way?
It's very Weekend at Bernie style. James goes,
this. It's like, oh,
absolutely. And he like turns around, but his head flops around like with no control whatsoever. And the gate starts opening up as he pushes on it.
Would I have seen this before?
No, they
Okay.
do not act like this.
Okay.
I'm just going to start heading in the direction of the gate and I'll be like, thanks, James.
As we start to like walk in, I go, yeah, so I might have been wrong. This is a little weird. Just keep an eye out.
I'm going to kind of reach out and just grab Dahlia by the back of her clothes and just kind of whisper in her ear, "Be careful. Something is very wrong here."
She's pretty good at getting herself out of a difficult situation.
I mean, I always
Oh,
take
okay.
Celeste's wording seriously, so I'm like, oh, okay.
Why don't you
And-
ever listen to me?
I still stroll in, but more slowly this time.
Dahar will look at Celeste. That was magic, right? Whatever you did.
Heading
She-
into the very, very small town of Gatewatch, you can see that like the shops are basically just little like bazaar type. You know, it's just like a desk with like an overhang of cloth. There's people standing there, but they are all kind of like this. And like
Nope.
there's people walking through the town, but it seriously looks like a marionette. Like they're stepping, but it looks like exaggerated marching.
The good news is they're not after us. So just keep going.
Seamus is
I
very
mean-
close to starting to kill some people.
It's everybody's doing like
Unbelievably
no
unsettling.
bones dance.
I don't know if we want to cause any problems if we're on our way to something that's important. You know.
Yeah, if
how tall are
Seamus
you?
makes a move for his axe, I'm going to reach out and also grab the front of his clothes as well. Just go, careful.
Can we-
Yes, Mother
Yeah,
Celeste.
So I got the axe. I just want to see if it actually happens. So I got the axe out, and I kind of just have it like right here. Does Celeste do anything?
Yeah, she's
the
grabbed
axe?
the front of your clothes. Not
Oh,
the
you
axe.
gra-
She's grabbed the front. She's like grabbed you
I was
like
hoping grab
this.
the axe, so I can be like, lift it right up. Like, what are you doing?
Nope.
That was
She's
the whole
just
point
got
of
you
it.
like this.
Oh, wait, I'm 6'8". How tall are you?
A little
One
bit
of-
lower than. She's
Like,
One
she's
of
got you
the-
by the front of your clothes.
like
What are you grabbing?
5'2".
One of the townsfolk very awkwardly, like
4'10".
Western style, walks over
You
to
won't- I'm not gonna
Dahara.
ask what you grab then.
Hello, Dahara. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? And I'm gonna start trying to mimic a bit. And kind of like, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
And now
I'm
Dahlia's
good.
doing
How
the
are
same
you
thing,
doing?
thinking this is all a dance and fun. Like, woo!
Are you hungry?
I ate well today. I'm good. Thank you.
Lots of food at the tavern. And it like the person spins around all no bone style and starts marching off.
Okay, don't eat the food. I don't say that often. Don't eat the food.
When he turns around to start walking off, I would like everybody to make a potency check real quick.
I was going to ask if I could do something like that.
I don't like anything that's happening right now.
Okay. I'm
Ooh, 102.
all right. I'm
Nice.
going to dump 100 potency into this again because this is fucked up and I want to know what's going on.
I didn't expect to know anything.
Lucky I did that for a total of 109.
Ooh, okay.
Mine's
27.
84.
And Seamus?
27.
27. Well, luckily, I'm using the counter roll of 8 from Blind. So all of you notice as this person, quote unquote, turns around to start walking away, all of you see a very, very thin spider-like string coming from the back of their neck down to the ground. And
Nope.
as they walk, it just kind of follows along with them.
Okay, you saw that, right? someone?
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay.
happens if we sever it?
I don't want to find out.
Yeah, we should
Do we-
probably.
Celeste, can you get your hand off my butt now, please?
Oh, shit! Sorry. Yeah, she like shoves her hands in her pockets.
Thank you.
Sorry, Seamus.
Is it possible that severing the connection would sever their whatever's controlling them?
Now Seamus and Tahara will come up, put his arm around her shoulder. We could sit here and try and figure this out. Maybe help these people. But Celeste over there's got something pulling her. That sounds pretty important. I think we should keep going.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna talk out the side of my mouth to Nahara and be like, but we need supplies.
I'm not sure
like-
that I trust the
Let
bee
me-
here, though.
Let me just filch a little bit,
I know. No, she doesn't want supplies. She wants to take things.
Oh,
We'll find a place for you
I-
to get some trinkets. Don't worry. It's not here
Just-
though.
just don't take the food, I would say.
Do you think they have hot nog?
I still have hot nog, Seamus. I give him like my little canteen.
Oh,
Did you guys get the hot dog from Hester?
Yes. I helped. You
know
want some?
you know what's in that, right?
it had a
Yes,
cylindrical
I
piece of
helped.
Unfortunately, yes, we do know what was in there.
That
It's at this point all of you see a ball, like a child's kickball, roll up towards you.
don't touch it.
I'm out.
Yeah, I
And-
step aside out of the
Ru-
way.
Running towards the ball, you see a group of children. They all move in that strange, no bones way. And as you take note of this group of children and look around at the other things, because you're still trying to move through the town while discussing this, you're noticing a lot of the other adults are now kind of turning to look at you, heads skewed to the side, some of them hanging all the way back to where like you can't even really see the head anymore. It's
No,
just like-
Ray, no.
and they all kind of start following behind you.
Oh, no, Ray, no.
It's Resident
know
Evil
if they can
4 all
run
over
fast.
again.
I was thinking Thriller.
I was at first, and now I'm not. Now I'm thinking it's Resident Evil 4.
I was thinking the faceless nurses from Silent Hill.
I'd be okay with that. There was no kids there. Like the little weird like, that's where Mike draws the line.
After hanging out with Chip for this long, this is what's going to throw you off.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. Shane
You
is
know what?
probably not.
Hanging out with Chip is what put this fear into us.
Yeah. Yes.
Fair. That's fair.
Um,
So it
Seamus,
popped up saying that there was an ad break, but I never saw it actually go to an ad. So
Oh.
cool. Yes, exactly. There's no wrong answer as to what is happening here. You all are maybe 100 feet, 200 feet from the set of gates that will lead you out into the mountains. And as you're getting ever so close to getting out of this town, you all see a bright, glowing purple light kind of getting closer towards the gate from behind one of the buildings. And it gets brighter and brighter.
I am going to cast Valor on Seamus as a precaution. Hey, this might help you out. You look kind of like the one that takes the punishment around here.
Yep, I just swing my axe out. I don't have it like up and ready. I just kind of have it down at my side.
I don't know if Celeste saw this, so I'm like tugging on her shirt and going, Celeste, look, pretty light.
Dahlia, more like horrifying light than pretty light. I think we should be here.
so pretty.
Just
Dahlia, you start to feel like your bones are melting away, like the world is just so relaxed.
Oh, it's such a nice light.
Dahlia.
I'm grabbing her around the waist and pulling her backwards
Finding
at this
Nemo.
point.
Um,
Yeah.
Freaking anglerfish.
Yeah.
So you snap Dahlia out of it, and coming out from around this building to block the gate from Poopy, basically block the gate from you all is this thing.
Ah,
I knew I saw that. Dang it.
okay.
And from its many, many, many tentacles are thousands of little spider-like silk strands that go towards the ground, and it all comes together that this thing is what has turned all the people into puppets and is controlling them currently.
is the gate open in any way, shape, or form?
It is not. It is closed.
Would I know how to open it?
Oh yeah, I mean, all you got to do is apply some pressure and it'll open up.
All right, I've got an idea here. When I run, you all run. Got it?
Run with you.
I'm gonna pick
Or
up
wait.
Dahlia.
Run with you. Okay.
I'm going to cast Pacification, which shoots a. Let me actually pull up a better way to read this one. It shoots out a cyan vapor from my hand towards the target. And basically, if it's level 8 or below and fails a stamina check versus my deception roll, they will not attack or move for 1 turn.
All right, give me a deception roll. I already have the roll from chat ready and waiting.
All right. Do I have that on my bar? No. Give me a second.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream.
I also
have-
think girls make better ninjas.
I'm going to super quickly cast oak skin on myself just to boost my armor a little bit.
I can't find my deception bonus. That should be under bonuses, right?
Should be, yeah.
Why am I not finding that? Sorry, give me 1 second here. Plus 12. Okay.
Survey says
It is 57.
57. All right. Unfortunately, chat had rolled a 90.
Thanks, chat.
So you hear Jim's voice come from behind you, which sounds exactly like everyone else's voice, say, you didn't say the magic word.
Yeah, I'm out of potency.
My
Everybody, let's do some initiative. Using chat's
Right.
final roll, they are on a 75.
Would our potency have recharged since that last potency check we did?
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I just brought myself down to 5 casting that though.
Oh yeah, that's yep.
Yep.
Didn't hurt to
Initiative is
try.
just a straight D100, right?
It is, yep.
I rolled a 67.
2. I'm a
I
little
don't feel
panicked.
so bad about my roll now. Seamus had a 32.
Seamus 32 and I was 22.
22.
Before we get into our fight, anything within my surroundings that Dahlia can consider using?
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. It's a veritable smorgasbord of weaponry.
Awesome. Okay.
You just
Exactly.
let me know what you want to grab.
Okay.
So this creature basically uses its turn to bring random villagers and a few of the guards just to kind of surround you all like mob style. They're in a nice perfect circle around you, completely blocking you off. But they're not actively attacking. They're just kind of like, and once Jim says that, in like concerted effort, you start hearing like all the random people and all the other guards are just going until it's just this cacophony.
Ray, what the fuck, man?
I was watching Jurassic Park the other night. Give a break.
I hope none of you wanted to sleep this evening.
Everything else is fine. The freaking pack of weird moving little kids. Nope. I hate that.
My
I hate all of
imagination
this.
is making this really bad.
Well, good news, Dahlia. You're technically first.
So you said Jim's behind us. Is he like right behind it, like within striking kind
Oh,
of?
yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn to Jim and I'm gonna back up into our group, kind of like lead us back to back type of fight. And I'm gonna be like, Jim, please. I got hot nog. Do you want hot nog? No. Okay.
You can give me a speechcraft check.
Okay. Wait, do I have? I think I have. 2. Yes. 101.
Woo! All right. Whoa, what happened here?
Somebody
Close
just
up.
wanted to close up.
Jim kind of spins around and goes, "Hot nog? What is hot nog?"
I throw my canteen of hot nog in the opposite direction of where, like, away from us. Like, that's hot nog. You can try it.
Like the most no-bone zombie horde ever, the whole group begins chasing the canteen of hot nog.
Amazing.
Run.
Good job, Dahlia. Yeah.
That's my turn over. Who's next?
Next is Seamus, who said, "Run."
I grab Dahlia and I try to, while they're distracted, run towards the gate.
Okay.
I think Dahlia's the smallest, right?
No, Celeste is the smallest.
Oh, my bad. Then I grab
So grab
Celeste.
Celeste.
I grab Celeste, then I start to run with Celeste.
Celeste under one arm, Dahlia under the other arm.
Yeah. Let's go.
It's like you're wearing
What the hell?
overalls like my toddler used to, and I just grab him by the 2 straps and I pick him up. That's essentially what I had in mind. Like,
Okay.
I'm literally wearing overalls right now.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, right on.
All right, Celeste, you are being carted off. What are you doing?
So we're running towards the gate, or we're carried, but towards the gate. Is the octopus still in between us and the gate?
Yes, but it's kind of floating. You've got about a 5-foot space underneath it.
I was just gonna
Okay.
bowling you, like I'd roll you underneath it. I'm kidding. I would not do that.
Well, I'm actually, if you do that, oh, this could go terribly wrong. I want to try something. So I've got my staff out. I want to try, if Seamus is going to like bowl me underneath this thing, I would like to try using my staff to collect the spider webs as we go, like to kind of, do you know what I mean? Like scoop. And I would like to attempt to magically, I don't have a spell for this, but I would like to attempt to magically sever, almost like cauterizing these spider webs. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. That I guess that would have to be a coordinated effort. Seamus,
Okay.
you gonna try and bowl Celeste?
I was kidding at first, but I like it. Let's do it.
All right, give me
Throw me.
I'm going,
stamina check.
don't tell the oath. I'm going to pump in 20 stamina to this too. I'm glad I did. So that'd be 89.
Beautiful. All right, Celeste, you kind of like go flying underneath this thing. You're able to gather up all these strands. Now give me a potency check to try and slice these magically.
Okay, I'm gonna put 50 potency into this. Because I want this to work real bad. Total of 100. Wait, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. I can't math. 36 plus 50, so 86. I can't math. Sorry, 86.
The panic has set in. Your hand lights up with radiant energy as you just slice through these, and all of you see that whole group of people just fall to the ground. Every single one of them just drops, and
Good.
a terrible high-pitched screaming noise begins emanating from this cephalopod.
I hope you wrote that down, kids. That's your buzzword for the week.
Cephalopod.
Cephalopod.
Music started. Oh, shit.
Seriously? I hope I'm not
Back when the music starts.
So next is Dahlia. Oh no, Dahara. Sorry.
Do I see any more of these strands left?
Nope, they've all been sliced. But now this creature is very interested in obtaining new puppets.
This
Oops.
is why we leave things alone. And I'm gonna run up with pulling out my sword and shield and go to make a melee attack on probably one of the tentacles, since I'm guessing that's probably what's in range.
Yep.
And that will be a crit, right? 91, 101.
I believe that is a crit.
Yeah. And then I forgot how that works again on the crit.
Just it does double damage.
All right, so that's going to be, I've got 7 damage normally, so 14 on the first.
Okay.
And then can I try and just, I guess bashing a tentacle with a shield isn't going to do too much, but because I can't make another attack if I have a shield in the other hand, is that correct? Or
Yeah.
okay. Maybe just getting like a little bit of a defensive stance with the shield in front of me. Like, I think we have to fight this thing now. Thank you, Celeste. I appreciate it.
Sorry.
And Seamus stands back, blame free.
I couldn't just stand here and do nothing.
And then, yeah, I'll just kind of post up with my shield in front of me, trying to get its attention.
Okay. Right. That brings us back around to the monster itself. So this will be fun. Chat, let me get some rolls, chat. Like hit them up. Hit up some rolls. Remember there is a cooldown, so if it doesn't work for you, just wait a little bit and then hit it again. While we're waiting on those, I can do at least a couple here. Those came in. Those came in quick.
That's too high.
Yeah,
That's too high, Blind Demon.
So.
Oh no, Crow.
This is going good. This is how I like it.
Slow your roll.
I just
Wait, we got to
noticed
spend
somebody
some
hit us
channel
with an-
points to
Whoop.
nerf this a little bit somehow. Anyone got 3,500 points to make the target attack itself? Like, that'd be awesome.
All right. So. Celeste. Unfortunately, being the second, there's two of you that are super close right now. Does a 68 break your armor rating?
Did you say a sexy
yeah.
8?
Yeah,
Absolutely
68.
does. Yeah.
All right.
Even
So
with
you.
oak skin, I'm only on 40, so yeah.
Okay, I'm going to write that down so I don't have to ask you all the time.
That's good.
40. All right, so you take 5 points of damage as this tentacle comes down and cracks against you like a whip. Next person would be, oh no, Dahlia. A tentacle strikes towards you. Does a 64 break your armor rating?
Yes.
You also take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
So that was 2. Chat, I still need 6 more rolls. Let me help with that a little bit here.
This thing has 8 tentacles.
I thought it would have
Mm-hmm.
10 tentacles.
10 tentacles.
How many tickles does it take to get octopus laughing? Tentacles!
All right, so we've got
Cautious City Snapper.
Celeste, you take another 5 damage, and Dahara does a 56 break your armor rating.
Yeah.
You take 5 points of damage. And then, all right, I'm going to say that the 11 misses for sure. I don't think that breaks anybody's armor rating. And while chat keeps the rolls coming, we are going to head to Dahlia.
I'm gonna grab the closest, like stake, like a stick or a sign or something that's close by. I'm gonna try to hop on to the top of our cephalopod.
Oh, okay. All right. I see.
Onto the head and start whacking away at the top of the head.
I like it. I like it.
So,
Whack, 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 whack.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yeah. Please die. Please die. Please die.
well, this might count as okay. So yeah, I got a 53.
All right. That is a hit.
And I believe this would count as a light melee instead of hand to hand since it's a weapon. So it should be. This is my first time to get a damage with light melee since I've been hand to hand. So it says 5 bonus to attacks, 1 light damage. So what would my damage be? Is that 5 or is that 1?
I would have to open the book real quick and tell you. Where did I put the book? I know I have it somewhere. I'd have to tell you what the quarterstaff damage is. 1 second. Come on. My computer is not liking this. Okay. Quarterstaff. It's a one or two-handed weapon. And it does 3 points of damage, and then what does it say is the bonus damage?
The 5 is the bonus.
Okay, so you deal 8 points of damage per hit.
Okay.
So-
Since we get 2 hands, do I do this twice?
Yeah.
Okay. So I try whacking it again with my other hand a second time. 72.
That is the hit. So another 8 damage.
Yes. And that's
All right. Its eyes kind of roll around a little bit as it gets bonked in the head. Next would be Seamus.
Oh yeah.
And then Celeste here after Seamus. So
I kind of spin around my axe and just point it up at it real quick, and I go, "I'm going to eat all of your tentacles." And I do a heavy attack. And a heavy attack requires 30 or 20 stamina.
that would be 30.
Okay.
Is it 20?
The
I might be
gave me-
thinking of power attack.
And
Yeah.
with Valor, you gave me an extra 20. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so I was sitting on 90. I already used 20 to throw Celeste. Okay, so 20 for the heavy attack then. Okay, that's 97. That's
That
with
is a
20
crit.
With the 20 added, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's with the 20 added. But yeah, so that is a crit for the heavy.
It is not. No, you need to have a natural 90 or above.
My bad. Okay, so then just regular heavy attack. It's the base damage doubled, right? For the heavy?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I think base damage on this is 21. Yeah. So 42.
And this is on a tentacle?
It was
Or,
weird for the body of the cephalopod.
So that would be 42. You cleave into this thing, and a black, thick, viscous, there you go, another word, another 3-letter
Thicker.
word, or 3-point word. Viscous liquid spills out like a waterfall and completely covers Seamus. The cephalopod's body flops to the ground, nearly missing Celeste. And it just kind of like deflates as the purple glow kind of flickers and goes out.
Seamus, are you hurt?
Seamus is still just sitting there with the axe above his head, just. "Ah!"
That was pretty
I
cool.
think that is a no.
Seamus looks like he's been tarred at this point.
You hear Dahlia going, whee, as she rides the deflation down.
How bad does this black shit smell?
Surprisingly, it doesn't smell too terrible.
Okay.
All right.
Is anyone hurt? Did anyone get hurt during that?
I'm good. Just kind of like wipes off a little blood.
Just a little nick. I got a
Does
little bonk.
anybody- Does anyone have a thin napkin?
Dig into my knapsack and I pull out like scraps of old cloth from like when we first were shipwrecked.
I just take it.
Just
trying to get out of my eyes.
I'm gonna go around and I can do 3 heals before waiting for my potency to recharge. I'm just gonna quickly heal up myself, Dahlia, and Dahara. I think because
Dahara would
Seamus
stop.
didn't take any damage.
I didn't
right?
take any damage. No.
Dahara would stop you. It's fine. I'll be fine.
Are
I'm
you
gonna
sure?
talk Seamus into looting our cephalopod. I was like, we need meat.
I've already got the axe and I'm cutting off the tentacles the best I can.
Once Celeste comes over to heal, I do lean over and go, I don't know if I'm gonna cast anything on him again. That was a little terrifying at one point. Am I right? Just kind of nudges her.
It was awesome!
Well,
I'm just
You
kidding.
totally rock, Seamus.
We need all the power we can get right now. So it was a joke. It's
You see what I did to her? Did you see it? Did you see it?
and I'll kind of look over and be like, yeah, good job.
Seamus, as you are trying to wipe the ink off, all it's doing is smearing around and
gross.
just getting worse. It's like staining your skin.
No, I don't like that. Okay.
Can I look for a water source, like a well or something, to go and get him some water to wash off in?
I think this
Sure.
is smart.
I point in the direction of it.
I'm
Cool.
gonna
Dolly, can you lead
take-
me?
huh?
I can't see. Can you lead me?
Yeah. So I'm gonna follow Celeste and Dara and grab Seamus by the beard.
I'm actually gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna peel off a little bit and kind of head over to the townsfolk.
Okay.
You good?
Getting over to the townsfolk, you see they are kind of wasted away. They look kind of skeletal at this point.
So
Are they alive?
Yeah.
They are not.
I
Start rummaging pockets.
Loot that buddy.
Right. Right.
Oh man, I've gotten my wife to the point where she's doing that randomly throughout the day now because I showed it to her enough
Nice.
times. And people she works with are like me, they're like giant nerds too. So, and the dude's
Oh.
like really small. So I told her she should start singing that. You're
The
short.
phrase "Nat 20,
Nobody
let's
likes
go"
you.
comes up in our household all
Yeah.
the time. Nat
That's
20, let's
awesome.
go.
My boy's even doing it now. So he's running on. Nat 20, let's effing go.
So Dahara is looting. Dahlia and Seamus are attempting to use the well water to get the ink off. Celeste, what are you doing in all this? Are you helping them? Are you looting?
Well, I've healed up everyone who wants to be healed. So, yeah, I'm probably going to start not looting the bodies necessarily, but looking around this town to see if there's a place where we could stock up, on traveling supplies and stuff without like digging through dead people's pockets.
I kind of look up at Celeste. Celeste, what are you looking for? I know this town pretty well.
Well, I just thought we could restock, gather some water and food and non-perishables, things that we can take with us along the way. Weapons.
Yeah, it's not a
Anything that
bad
might be
idea.
useful.
So you want to check out these stores here, and I'll point into that direction of where he knew the stores to be. I honestly don't know if you'll find anything. It looks like they've kind of, they've been this way long enough that they're not alive anymore. So just keep an eye out. Be safe.
I yell towards Celeste as best as I can because with washing my face up. Are you going for food?
Don't eat the food.
No, I was gonna say look for Vegemite. I heard it's really good.
Roll
Well,
for
I
Get back to wash
Vegemite,
my face.
please.
Roll for Vegemite. Put it
Celeste,
on toast.
even if you find food, just don't take it. Tell them you didn't. Who
I-
knows what started all this?
Well, is there? Can I somehow use my potency to
Roll for Vegemite.
check any food that I find, like to kind of do a scan, you know?
Yeah, you can do that.
Celeste got a little pile of food here. She's going, is this good?
Yeah.
Got the hands.
It's like, ooh, yeah.
I imagine that in Erethe, Vegemite would be little mites that are made of vegetables. Like it's just tiny little bugs made out of broccoli. Like
Oh, please tell me that black shit that Seamus is coated in tastes, salty and yeasty.
there you go. That is Erethaean Vegemite.
I think I should save this in a jar for a friend of mine.
Dahlia, would you like to roll on your cooking table to try and get some
Yeah.
goods off of this cephalopod?
Yes. 99.
99.
I got
Nice.
some good shit.
Is that a big enough jar for you?
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, literally right down the road is a Wegmans. They have an international section. They do have Vegemite. I did see it. I'm gonna go down there and grab a jar, just so I can
Nice.
come back and I'll try it on camera next time.
Just be careful how you eat it.
It's supposed
There's
to
a
be on
very
toast,
particular
right?
way to eat it.
It's on toast, right?
Yep.
Aren't you supposed to
I'm
make
going
toast?
to
And
I'm
then
going
put
to long explanation, so I'll talk to you afterwards about it
No
because
worries.
it's quite a process to get it
It's an
right.
involved you know what's
You got to slather it on there like
Yeah.
like
You guys make
peanut
our
butter.
peanut butter.
Just-
and it's easy as heck to do that one. You just go bam bam and it's done. Like you have peanut butter on your bread. That's all that matters. Okay, I'm over. I'm
Actually,
done.
is it-
Sorry. I derailed enough.
Dahlia, I'm going to say that you, per this chart, you do get the immaculate, and it'll grant those extra points when you start making recipes. And you chop this thing all up. I mean, you're getting all the best parts, all the good stuff. Yeah, like per the recipe rules, you managed to get some really good ingredients.
I am also going to find like a heat source, like go check out the tavern or something like that to try to cook up what I just chopped up. So that way we're not going around with raw cephalopod.
I'm following Dahlia, but Seamus has a chunk of it and he's just gnawing on it.
Nice. Oh my gosh. All right. Like dipping it in the
Yeah, just like wiping it on
Just-
my body here. And
yeah. The sauce is delicious. Seamus,
Yeah.
the sauce boss. That is where we are going to wrap up this episode. We're going to give the party a chance to recuperate and cook up some of this takoyaki and have some
nice.
yummy food in their bellies. And I just want to say thank you to the players for an amazing episode. Sorry, not sorry about the creepy no bone skeleton zombies. And thank you to chat for all of your wonderful rolls and chaos that you ensued. I appreciate all of you so very, very much. Don't forget to check out our old videos on YouTube. Follow us on all of the socials under Shattered Tabletop Games, and get over to D and Denial's channel and check them out as well. Thank you all very much, and we will see you next time on Shattered Dungeons presents Naturally Shattered. Bye.
Yes.